This video, I will share with you 4 things that a man needs to feel in order to fall in love with you. Hello, my name is Greta Bereisaite. I'm dating and relationship coach for women. For the awesome high-value women secrets, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when I upload new videos every Wednesday and Sunday. And just before I will share with you those 4 things, don't forget to take my free self-awareness test to find out, are you behaving as a high-value or a low-value woman? And you can find that test in the video description box below. And also check out my book, which is called Devoted Relationships. The paper copy is available on Amazon, and the PDF and audio version are available on my website. All the links will be in the video description box below. And if you like my merch, goals and not the drama, you can always get it in my YouTube store as well. So now, without further ado, the 4 things that a man needs to feel to fall in love with you. So before I start with the 4 things, let's talk about where women get it wrong. In my opinion, the majority of time women get it wrong when they give a man what they want to receive themselves. So, women that don't understand the differences between men and women and are kind of manipulated by today's social media influence, let's say, and just by the world, that men and women are the same, we start to kind of give men what they would like to get. And what happens, we get rejected. In the beginning, guys usually take that type of stuff, but after a while, we get bored, we get tired, we start to feel icky about you, and we kind of just start to reject you. Why? Because masculine and feminine are different. Men and women are different. And if you're gonna give a man what you would like to get, like the feminine things, he will reject you because this is not what he likes, this is not what he enjoys. Ladies, think about it. When guys are pursuing us, the proper masculine type of guys that actually have a clue about women, we come at you with compliments and praise, and we start to give you little gifts. He's the one initiating, he's the one holding your hand, he's the one telling you you're the one, he's the one like giving you all these compliments left, right, and center, right? And this is what makes us feel really good. This is what makes us feel very, very safe. Like perhaps we can trust this guy, right? We start to like him because he starts to fulfill our love needs. And as women, we like to feel safe. We like to feel protected. We like to feel like we trust that person, like he's a decent guy, that we can lean on him, rely on him, that he's gonna support us, he's gonna have our back, right? Because we are feminine. These are the things that we naturally enjoy. However, now imagine if what you're enjoying, you're giving it to the guy. So you give him all kinds of compliments, you give him little gifts, you hold his hand, you're texting him to ask him out, you're telling him how beautiful and precious and just so handsome he is, how he's the most handsome guy in the world. You're texting him a lot, you're giving him safety and security. Like he's gonna be like, oh, I can't take this anymore, this woman is crazy. He might enjoy it in the beginning for an ego stroke, but after a while he'll be like, no, I can't do this. Why? Because you're not giving him what he needs. You're giving him what you would like to get, but not what he needs. So ladies, my point here is please, please, please ignore everybody that tells you men and women are the same, everybody that tells you you should behave exactly the same as a man does, or you should give to a man what you would like to receive, because I'm telling you this, we are not the same. And if you will do these type of things to a man, you're gonna shoot yourself in the foot, and you're gonna like get all confused. You'll be like, why is he rejecting me? Like, you know, I'm giving him what society is telling me to give him, and he's still rejecting me, right? So now let's start with the tip number one. What do men really want? What makes the man feel the love for you? So I'm not gonna share everything in this video that make men kind of love you and feel like they love you, but I'm gonna give you 4 main tips. So the number one would be happy. You know, when you are with him on that date, enjoy it, focus on the good, try and be happy with him. Well, to be honest, you shouldn't even be trying. Like, if you guys click and you guys get on and he can make you laugh and he knows how to tick, you know, how to tick your boxes, he knows how to make you click, right? You're gonna be happy with him naturally. When the guy is the right match for you, when you're naturally like click, you're happy because he knows how to make you happy. And you align with the jokes, you align with your likes, you align with your dislikes, right? So it's not that hard to be happy with the guy that you bond with, right? However, after a while, let's say when the first stages go past, we start to get irritated, and we want more, and maybe we start to pick on a guy here and there, or maybe he lets you down somewhere a little bit, or perhaps you have huge expectations that he didn't fulfill, and when you start to get grumpy and you carry these feelings, right? So my point here would be try and focus on the positive. Obviously, I'm not telling you to disregard any kind of bad behavior, but if it's just kind of little things that you're kind of making an elephant out of the fly, try and focus on the positive. And when you are with him, if you want to make the relationship spark, if you want to make him spark, try and be happy. Let the negative things go if they are not too bad and you're still with him, and focus on just being happy. Bring back the fun that you guys used to have when you would hold hands and laugh, let's say in the first 3 months, right? And when slowly he'll start to enjoy spending time with you more and more and more, and his feelings towards you will start to come back, because whenever he will leave a date, he'll feel happy that he has spent this time with you, that he has met you. Therefore, he will think about you when he's not with you, and he will want to see you more. Number two, what's really important in a relationship, and that kind of makes guys feeling tick quite a bit, is when you trust him. And ladies, I'm not telling you to trust men that are constantly letting you down and that are not worthy of your trust. You should not even be dating these type of guys, right? But if you are dating somebody who has not really let you down, or perhaps it happens very, very rare, and you know he's got a genuine excuse, well then show him that you trust him. And you don't need to say like, oh, I trust you so much. How do you show a guy that you trust him? You just show him by not questioning him, by not letting your insecurities and anxieties take over. You know, a lot of us have baggage. A lot of us have been cheated on in the past. We have been let down. We have been used and abused and lied to and all kinds of stuff, right? So when you get into this new relationship, you have you just carry like so many insecurities. Oh, he's just like all the other guys, or all guys are the same, or all men are cheaters, or all men are this or that, you know? So when you come into this new relationship, you already come in like fragile, and broken and scared that this guy will repeat the stuff that the other guys did, right? Now, if you're gonna come in with this type of mindset into a new relationship, your insecurities and anxieties will really start to show, because you'll start to question him. You'll start to question him as in, where are you, who you with? Who's that girl on a phone that I just saw popping up? You'll start to check his messages. You're gonna start to check his phone. You know, like your comments towards him will be insecure. For example, maybe he will open the car door for you or the door for you, and your comment will be like, yeah, all guys do it in the beginning and then we stop. You know, even like a tiny comment like that, it already shows a lot of your hurt, a lot of your insecurities, that you already bringing in mistrust in this beginning of a relationship. So how do you show a guy that you trust him? You don't question him. You let him give freely. You let him ask you out. You see what he does. You see how he's behaving. You just observe him. Is he worthy of your trust? And when you feel like he's worthy of your trust without you questioning his every single step, you give him that trust, right? So the best way to do it in a way that you're not getting burned, do not sleep with a guy too soon. Just get to know him, date him for longer. Do it the traditional old-fashioned way, because if you're gonna keep dating a guy, by the date 10 you will know, if you'll just reflect back, you will know, has he let you down? Has he canceled any dates? Has he lied? Does what he says and he does matches up? You will already have a lot of experience with him, and then you will be able to come to a conclusion, should you keep dating him or should you get into a relationship with him when he asks you, or should you let him go because he's not a man of his word, or he keeps lying to you and letting you down everywhere. And because you have not slept with him at this point and you just kind of got to know him, it's gonna be so much easier to let a guy go. Yes, you might be disappointed that here we go, another one that lets you down, but it's gonna be so much easier. You're gonna let him go, you're gonna say, this is not working for me, thank you, next, and you'll forget about him in a week. Because you have not over invested, but you have been smart and you have been observing his behavior. However, if a guy is behaving correctly and out of the blue after a while you start to get insecure and question him, ladies, he's gonna see you like you don't trust him, and it's gonna be a big turn off for him, because he'll feel like, kind of like, how dare you not to trust me? I'm here for you all the time. I'm doing all of these things for you, and you're questioning me like that. It's kind of insulting, How dare you to insult me like that, Number 3 thing that men need to be in love is respect. Ladies, do not disrespect men and try not to demean them. I would say maybe nowadays it's a bit challenging because so many women are very educated, and so many women have really high positions, right? And when you're dating a guy that is, let's say, not on your level, and I don't mean like, I mean more like position like, let's say job like or something, right? Or you have conversations with him and you know that you know better. If you want to date this type of a guy, you're gonna have to be very careful not to come across like you know better. You'll have to be so careful and so wise with your words in order not to demasculate him. Because As soon as he'll feel demasculated, he'll start to lose attraction for you because he's not gonna feel enough of respect coming from your side. This is why my biggest advice to the ladies is date a guy that you yourself admire, that he's got more life experience, or he knows better, or you can learn from him. Then the respect will come naturally. However, when you date a guy that kind of lets you down a lot, that is not as successful as you are, or you feel like you're better than him in many different cases, in many different situations, it's not gonna work because you'll keep demasculating him. You'll demasculate him accidentally with your words. You will demasculate him with your actions. It will just show. I would highly recommend to pick a guy that you can learn from. But as I said, we live in very challenging situations right now. You know, men are kind of behaving very feminine and women are really being very masculine. And if you're like in this type of situation where your job is better than his, or you bring in more money, or you feel like you know more, or you're wiser, just be wise with your words. Always think before you speak. Like, literally, always think before you speak, because there is kind of no other way out if you want him to love you and develop strong feelings for you. Number 4, what makes men feel love for you is when you are behaving like a challenge. And by a challenge, I don't mean challenging him in tennis and beating him in tennis, or challenging a guy in basketball and beating him in basketball and getting all and stuff like that. No, this is not what I mean by be a challenge. This is actually demasculating a man and coming across very masculine. You do not compete with a guy. You just not easy with him. So by being a challenge to him, I mean like don't be easy with him. Let him be the one that pursues you. Let him be the one that asks you out. Let him be the one that holds your hand first. Allow him to be the masculine type. And don't be the one getting all needy, insecure, texting and calling, sharing all your feelings and stuff like, oh, why you don't call me? You don't like me anymore. You said we're gonna meet up and you canceled on me and I'm finding it very rude. And when are we gonna see each other again? I miss you so much. Or you forgot to text me. Why didn't you text me yesterday? I like it when you text me every day. You know, all of these kind of comments where you feel like you're sharing your feelings, expressing what you want, or expressing your vulnerabilities. This is so tricky because nowadays, again, we are so influenced by so many coaches. Express what you want in a relationship, express your vulnerabilities, share your feelings. And when women do this type of stuff, and what happens in the guy's mind, he just starts to see you as easy. You're not a challenge enough. It's too boring, it's too easy, there is nothing to conquer, there is no will to text or pursue or sweep the girl off her feet because you're there nagging and complaining. Nobody will want to pursue you when you're there complaining. This is not how you get a guy to do things for you. If you want a guy to do things more for you, you cut out the complaining. You spend time with him and you're happy with him. when you let him pursue you and text you after. You don't nag, you don't complain, you don't demasculate him. You just focus on your path, you focus on what you need to focus on, and you let a man be the masculine and do the work. This is how you stay a challenge, but challenge meaning not that easy. And a lot of ladies ask how to be a challenge in marriage, for example, right? Or living together. Well, you just keep doing that. You just make sure that you're not nagging, make sure that you're not complaining, make sure that you're keeping at it. Like there is a very good saying that's coming around for years and years now. Is like when a man marries a woman, he marries her hoping that she's not gonna change. But when a girl is dating a guy, she has all these fantasies about him, etc. Be hoping that maybe one day he'll just change and he'll just marry me. Maybe I'll make him into a good guy. It's not how the world works. Look at the guy logically. Reflect back on your behavior. Are you behaving feminine? And that is how two, masculine and feminine, will become one, just how God has designed us originally, not the same. So ladies, if you liked this video, please press like. Let me know in the comments below what did you think. Join Greta's High Value Women's School, where we are all in the same boat, learning how to be women of high value and bring out the best in our men. Follow me on my Instagram. My Instagram is called Ladies Relationship Coach. And for one-on-one coaching with me or my sister Yeva or the amazing experts Sandus or Jamie, you can book us over my website gretabereisaite.com. I also have an amazing package for sale. It's called High Value Women Package. We have lots of models in there, such as how to be high value, how to be a challenge for a man, games men play and how to handle them. And if you want to check out that package, it will be in my video description box below also. Thank you for watching, my queens. Kisses from Dorset. Mwah.